So Bill Cosby was freed from jail. What happened? I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a lifelong Democratic activist and an attorney, by the way, who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. If you share my concerns, maybe you could like this video and subscribe to this channel, and maybe even click that little bell that will notify you when I post something new. So if you were puzzled by seeing that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court freed Bill Cosby, then join the club. Bill Cosby admitted to giving quaaludes to the complaining victim in this case, and then raping her. It turns out that this behavior by Bill Cosby is a pattern where he had repeatedly drugged and then raped various women all over the country, showing that this person, who a lot of us thought is America's dad, myself included, by the way, is actually a terrible sexual predator. Just as an aside, remember that Bill Cosby claimed that he was innocent, and he received support from some, I guess, not unusual sources when you think about it, including Donald Trump, who's also a sexual predator, by the way. Now, one of the people claiming that this decision supports his view of the case is Bruce Castor, the former district attorney in the office that charged Bill Cosby in this case. Bruce Castor, for those of you who forget, was also one of Donald Trump's defense attorneys in his impeachment case. So, guess where that's going? So back in 2005, when there was a civil case pending against Bill Cosby, Castor sent out a press release saying that he would not charge Bill Cosby criminally. Now, he claims that he sent out that press release to support the civil case against Cosby. But it's not the job of prosecutors to support civil cases. The job of prosecutors is to prosecute criminals. Nevertheless, as a result of this statement by the prosecutor's office, Bill Cosby was forced to testify in a deposition in the civil case. Now remember, the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution protects people from self-incrimination. So if Bill Cosby was afraid of incriminating himself, and then whatever he said in that deposition being used against him in a subsequent prosecution, he could have just claimed, hey, I can't testify, I'm in fear of self-incrimination. But when Castor sent out that press release saying that he was not going to prosecute him, that made it so Cosby no longer had that excuse. He had to testify in the deposition and basically admit his wrongdoing. Now, some years later, when a new prosecutor was elected to that office, that prosecutor used those tapes from the deposition against Bill Cosby in the prosecution case. Now, you might say that it's a different prosecutor, so this new prosecutor shouldn't be bound by what the prior prosecutor did. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. When the prosecutor acts, the prosecutor is acting on behalf of the office. It's literally the office of the prosecutor who's saying something, not the prosecutor himself personally. As a result, when Castor made those assurances to Bill Cosby, he was binding his office, not just while he was in office, but also for future generations of prosecutors. That's the issue that was the basis for the reversal by the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. Now, the Supreme Court was quite clear, by the way, that this does not exonerate Bill Cosby. This does not say that what he did was okay. This is in no way saying that he was innocent. All this said is that once the prosecutor said he would not be charged for this crime, the prosecutor couldn't then later turn around and charge him on this crime. This is actually kind of an important principle to protect because of the fact that we need to be able to rely on what prosecutors say. I mean, who will ever agree to a plea bargain with a prosecutor if the prosecutor can back down on what they said at a future point? So much as I don't like it, and frankly, the Supreme Court did not like it either, this was probably the right decision. Now, if there's anybody we should be mad at, aside from Bill Cosby himself, it's Bruce Castor, one of Trump's attorneys again. And you have to ask yourself, why was Castor so concerned about this civil case? Why was he so concerned about supporting it that literally he would bind his office to not prosecuting Bill Cosby, no matter what Bill Cosby said in those depositions? Well, I'd be willing to bet that there's some relationship between Castor and the plaintiff's attorney in the civil case, and that those two attorneys got together and urged Castor to make the statement that he did, thus allowing the plaintiffs to get a better case against Bill Cosby, frankly. Now, if that is the case, then this really is a dereliction of duty on the part of Bob Castor. And in fact, it's really him abandoning his duty because, again, his duty is to prosecute criminals, not to worry about plaintiffs in civil cases. So for those of us who are concerned about the Me Too movement, don't take this as some type of exoneration of Bill Cosby. And it is important to note, by the way, that Bill Cosby was sentenced to 3 to 10 years as a result of this charge, and he did serve 3 years at least. As a result, justice was done, and the one person who should keep quiet is Bruce Castor, who should frankly shut up because he's the one who caused this entire chaos. The decision of the Supreme Court did not support his decision. The decision of the Supreme Court actually made it clear that his decision was the incorrect one. So with that being said, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this whole situation. If you could comment below if you agree with me or disagree with me, and if you could also like this video and subscribe to this channel, that'd be a huge help. I'll see you in the next video, and let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.